Hi Leo, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. Happy birthday Leo, happy birthday. I always forget to wish people happy birthday, so I'm happy that I remembered for you guys. My mummy is a Leo, her birthday is next week, and my brother as well. So yeah, I love Leos. Mummy is like the best mummy ever. I mean, I know you all think your mummy's best mummy ever, and I'll let you think that, but my mummy is. So it's really great to see you. Happy birthday. I hope you are feeling great and in your element. This is your bi-weekly. There's 2 readings in this video. Your bi-weekly from the July the 26th to the 10th, and a love reading that's going to look at the energies just at the end of July into August. But I will be posting your complete Leo love reading for August next week. Okay, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and click the little bell just below, because then you'll get notifications of when the reading is put up. Okay, so Leo, we'll start off in the usual vein. We will start with 3 cards that represent this week from the 26th to the 2nd. Then the next 3 cards are going to be from covering the week from the 3rd to the 10th. And then finally, I'll use this other deck here to draw 3 cards for your love reading for, as I said, just for this additional love reading, just looking at the energies toward the end of the month and beginning of next month or August, okay? So, the cards are ready. I've already shuffled them, obviously, and yeah, and let's see what comes through. So your first card for this week is the 5 of Swords, then the 2 of Swords, which fell out when I was shuffling off camera before I started filming, and the 9 of Swords. So there's a lot, it's your birthday. I really hope that we have better cards for next. Well, I say better, but we'll talk about this actually. It's not actually as bad as you think, and I've spent quite a lot of time, dealing with this energy actually. Recently, so I hopefully give you some clear insight into the combination of these energies, okay? So please try not to worry. And this card on the top here wants to come out, so I don't know what this is. Let's have a look. Fab. Okay, so this is good, isn't it? This is good. This is excellent encouragement for you. See, it's your birthday, I told you. Universe is not going to let you down, babe, okay? So let's just sort of absorb this energy. Let's put this there, so you can just absorb this energy while I'm talking, okay, about these little treasures that we have. Okay, so the first card that came out for you was the 5 of Swords, okay? We've got all swords, okay, for these cards, as you can see. This is air energy. This is to do with our thoughts, our minds, our communication, how we communicate, so our throat chakras as well, how we communicate, and also electronic communication as well, in this day and age. Now, it's interesting because, it's also linked to the signs of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, now there's no court cards here, which is suggestive of these are actual experiences that you'll be facing for yourself, okay? When we have 5 is a card of change. 5 is a number of change. Okay, going through changes. These changes could have been brought about by your interaction with other people. In this instance, it seems so. Someone may have lied to you. You may have lied to somebody else. This is about looking over your shoulder. So this is something that's already happened, or something that you are currently aware in your world this week, 26th to the 3rd, that this is actually what's been going on. There's a decision that you clearly need to make. The only thing is with this card as well, though, is Sword energy is a lot about it's about our consciousness. It's about our acceptance and understanding, and our mental cognition of our experiences, if that makes sense. So it's about us becoming conscious and aware of all the experiences that we've had and how they've impacted on us. So some of you this week, the change or the challenge for you could be that you're realizing that for example, the place that you work, people are not great people. There's a lot of backstabbers, for example, and there's a lot of people that you can't really trust. There's a lot of things that just it's kind of like you're on the outs. You're on the it's kind of like it's not a good place. It's not a good environment. Some of you are in really challenging environments, toxic environments, almost almost a toxicity, but just in how you're seeing it, it's as if like you don't really, you've never really seen it before. You kind of keep out of it. You kind of keep out of it. This is your intuition. So, you know, there's this feeling or this idea or this sense of, you know, these people that I'm around, my friends, the people that are my family, or whoever it is that you're around this week, or that this is resonating with. It's almost as if you're starting to realise that there's people that you can't trust, and there's people that aren't truthful and honest with you, and that might make you want to and I think this is why this kind of intuition came out when it comes to other people, and you having doubts about them, or you sort of suddenly realizing he's well dodgy, or she's well dodgier, even though, you know, this is not a good environment to work in. Like, you know, I thought this job was going to be brilliant, I thought this company was going to be brilliant, but I feel now I'm here, like, what is this place? You know, and that's the type of things that you're thinking this week. You know, this card has come out because it's about trusting your intuition. It's about trusting your intuition, whether you stay or whether you go, whether you speak up or whether you don't speak up. It's something that obviously is challenging you this week. You know, some of you may have, but this might have been ongoing. It feels like it's, you say, for example, you've worked somewhere for 6 months and everyone's nice, you get on with everyone, it's all good, but then it's as if you start to realise that actually people aren't that nice. Like, there's something sort of sly about this place that you're in. The challenge, the change card is this realisation. It's you understanding that, it's you realising that with the Five of Swords, okay? The Two of Swords is a card of trust. Actually, there's actually, interestingly, it's actually a reasonably nice energy, actually, this card, for you. So maybe there's somebody at work that you are communicating with, or that you trust. Twos are always a commitment. But it's about diplomacy as well. It's about not saying what you really think, not being sure what you really think, or being sure what you think but not taking action on it because you don't want to upset other people, because you don't want to stress other people out, because you don't want to let people down. And that's kind of like what this energy is here. You know, I feel like, I mean, listen, as I said, I know my mum's a Leo, and my brother, one of my brothers, I've got 5 of them. And yes, anyway, we're all I've totally lost my train of thought then, sorry. I'm thinking about my brothers, and I'm thinking about my mum and my brother, thinking, blimey, what's going on for them? I'm seeing them next week anyway, so I'll have to ask them. Anyway, you know, it's as if, like, you're starting to worry, and you're starting to, there's something worrying you about a decision that you've got to make, you know. But the Nine of Swords, though, is literally mental confusion. It's always darkest before the dawn. That's what they say, isn't it? That's this card. It's like the realising that, you know, you might have to move, or move jobs, or you might have to cut these people out your life, or, you know, it's actually quite difficult for you because you're a very compassionate person. You're very kind, compassionate people are Leo, or Leos, and there's such a grounding energy for me. Even obviously I know that you're a fire sign, but there's a real traditional sort of morality, a very traditional sense of morality with you guys, and what by that I mean, I don't mean sort of Christian morality. I mean morality in, like, you know, you want to treat people well and you expect to be treated well. You know, you want to be, you know, you've got good manners, and, you know, you want to be nice. You know, you're a good person and people respond to that, and you think that you understand that it's important to be a good person, however we describe that. This card is saying to you, have hope, my love, because your emotional fulfillment is coming. You know, the energy is, you know, you the things that you want to have emotionally, the things that you want to feel, you be able to have, and you can achieve that, and that's really good. For some of us it is love. I'm drawn directly to, obviously, to this card when I say that. For some of us it is love, because, you know, when we have this card, Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of what is that? Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups, when we have those two cards together, you know, obviously this is suggesting a commitment, a soulmate union, and happiness and fulfillment in that. But if we link that to work, it could be that because twos are about commitments, twos are feeling committed to something. We had twos up here as well, didn't we? And it could be that you're committing to a different maybe type of work, or to a different way of approaching work, a different way of showing up, which is more emotionally fulfilling for you. Okay, so this first week from the 26th to the 2nd, you know, could be quite challenging for some of you, even though we've got this Ten of Cups here just as a backup, saying, listen, it's all good, don't worry, it's all going to be fine. Listen to your intuition, you know, be moved, Page of Wands, be moved and be motivated by the things that you intuitively feel and sense are right for you, and that really do truly connect with your heart chakra, and that really, really, truly connect with your sacral chakra and your 2, 3, and 4. Your sacral chakra number 2, your solar plexus, chakra number 3, and your heart chakra number 4. Anyway, so there's this sense of being led, and this is a theme. This is a theme, actually, though. It is a theme. For this, what I've picked up on, actually, you know, the month of July. Anyway, read the description below. Actually, the month of July has been quite. There's been quite a lot of shifts in our perceptions of ourselves, in our statuses, in what we, you know, in how other people see us, and how much mind we pay that, and how we see ourselves, how you see yourself, and how important that actually is to you. So there's, you know, this is about being motivated to move toward those things that truly are a reflection of what is in your heart, of what is in your soul. Okay, and then the last card I'm going to look at, because I've looked at all the others, is in the wrong order, I know, is this card here, the Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Now, you know, pages can represent people, so this could be you. We're going to do your love reading in a minute, and we're going to use the other set of cards, so these come out again, we'll know. But this could be you, Page of Wands. This has come out a few times, actually, this card, in the readings. It's quite interesting. Anyway, Page of Wands, which could be you, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or you, specifically Leo. And this actually came out for Aries as well. So, you know, fire signs are getting that push now, that boost now, and feeling awake, you know. Then we've got this card, Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles is related to the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Cap, and is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So this could be suggestive of a relationship that's been slow to come to fruition, slow to build. If it is a relationship, it's a case of it's a true soulmate connection, true soulmate union, one that can lead you both to feeling like this. But I'm not going to talk about love specifically, but I just wanted to mention that. Knight of Pentacles, or could be another person that you come in contact with. Could be a Taurus specifically. This card does relate to Taurus specifically. I want to say, though, that I really feel like the healing that goes on for you next week, because Pentacles is always a card of healing, okay? I want to say to you that the healing that goes on is internal, okay? This is the week from the 3rd to the 10th, and it's as if there's been some stuff below the surface, below the surface that you've been facing, you've been coming up against, you've been, and it's not been, you've been challenging yourself almost to tackle some of the things that have held you back, or that have held you down, that have kept you feeling stuck, that have kept you feeling unable to truly be yourself in the world. It's as if you've gone. It feels, when we see the knight, it means that you're already going through that. This is the energy that's already around you, if you will, which means that you've already begun that process, and you've already been doing that process. You know, by the end of the year, excuse me, try again. By the end of the year, Leo, it's as if there's an emotional abundance that's available to you because of the challenges that you've overcome this year. This is a very healing year, 2018, actually. It's a very healing year, and it's a very challenging year, actually, for a lot of people. But it's a real chance to get to know ourselves again, to meet ourselves again, to meet our higher selves, to meet our lower egos, and to really overcome some challenges that we found difficult, and cycles that we found difficult, karmic cycles that we've been dealing with, some of us for many years. You know, it's as if this year we are really facing those things and really making breakthroughs. And the thing is, when it comes to stuff like this, opportunities like this, what the universe gives us because of the astrological influences, you know, it's up to us to do the work. It's up to us to put the work in, to find, you know, to whether it's through meditation, whether it's through talking, whether it's through the things that you're doing every day, whether it's through recognizing your emotions and engaging with them, whether it's engaging with your thoughts, your thought patterns, the ways that you show up in relationships or work, etc. You've got to be able to recognize them. And, you know, tarot readers and people online, what we do is we try to help you to recognize these energies, and so you can, or what I do, I'll speak for myself, I'll not speak for anyone else, is you want to align yourself with those energies so that you can, you know, understand what they feel like, understand how they impact on you, and heal the karma that's related to them. Because obviously each of the archetypes, we all have karma related to them somewhere in our life and in our cycles. Okay, so the next 3 cards, Leo, are going to be for your love reading. So let's have a look. We've got the 3 of more swords. I mean, 3 of Swords, Page of Wands again. This has happened. This and the 6 of Wands. Well, that's nice. So we've got some. I'm quite in. I'm quite. I don't feel like this isn't the story. This is the beneath the surface. That card, I shuffled it and it still came out 8 of Pentacles. This is beneath the surface. These, I don't want to confuse myself. Just let me do that because it's confusing me. These 3 cards are beneath the surface, okay? These are beneath the surface. And what that means is, yeah, that's come out as well. Knight of Wands, that's you. What that means is, you are, some of you may be overcoming a heartbreak or a betrayal. You know, betrayal can be, see, in this, okay. That's what it is for some of you. Okay, so let me just try to bear with me, and I'll try to explain this as clearly as I can, okay? Past karmic cycles related to a parent. Some of you have those, and this is what this energy is describing. Let me explain. A mum, a dad, a parent, a carer, a guardian, someone that looked after you, someone that you, when you were a child, this is you as a child. Someone that looked after you, someone that you cared about, someone that you loved, betrayed you. It could have been that they abused you physically or emotionally, or they had an affair, for example, or the relationship between your parents or your guardians or the people that looked after you was dysfunctional in some way. And that was something that you were very sensitive to, and that was something that meant that you built up walls, and that you not created, but there was a karma attached to that, the relationship and the what you experienced, the things that you saw when you were a child in your household. Now it's interesting because we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, wand energy is your energy, fire, Leo. So this is all about our passion, inspiration, creativity. It's linked to our second chakra, our sacral chakra, motivation. But this card is also a card of our it's also related to our self-esteem. It's also related to our emotional trauma. It's also related to, that's what it's related to. It's related to as is the second chakra, how we process those traumas, the impact that those traumas have, how they felt at the time, and we still carry that energy and we carry it in our second chakra. It's as if this is inner child stuff. This is you remembering or reflecting on, and or finally starting to realize and understand that the dysfunctionality of the relationship, a very important relationship for you when you were growing up, so between your mum and dad, or between your auntie and uncle, or something, whoever brought you up, or whoever you lived with. It's as if you're starting to see the dysfunctionality of that and recognize the impact that it's had on you and on your ability to be in relationships. That's fabulous. Okay, that's coming at the end of this month, so that could be literally coinciding with the Mercury retrograde, which is on the 26th, which is today, or the full moon on the 27th. That is a victory for you. You're starting to see, with your Six of Wands, you're starting to see the wounds that were caused, and that is something that you can be so happy about. You can be so pleased about and pleased with. Now, it's been a huge amount of work and effort for you with the Eight of Pentacles, you know, and whenever we get the Six of Wands anyway, the Six of Wands is always like battle, victory after battle. So the Eight of Pentacles is a similar energy, but it's one that's more grounded. So it's similar to that it's similar to the Knight of Pentacles in that it's precision, and it's slow moving, and it's honing, as in trying to be precise in going over the things that we need in the areas that we are in need of healing, in the areas where we're in need of healing, I should say. So the Eight of Pentacles is a way of just supporting this idea that it's been a lot of work for you. It's been a lot of concerted effort, and the reason that you put in that effort is because you want to be able to have, some of you, healthy relationships that you've never really had before, or you want to have relationships in a new way that you've never had before. You want to interact romantically in a new way, in a different way. So by the, at the end of this month, at the end of July, going into August, for your love life, for your love reading, this is about you, and it's about you being in your confidence. This is about you feeling, do you know what, I'm victorious now. I understand it. I get it. I get the impact that those things had on me. I get the how that's affected me, my attitude and my perspective of relationships in the past, and I get it. I understand. And this is for people that are even in relationships and married. You could have been married 20 years, and it's only now that you're realizing, wow, I see patterns in my relationship. Patterns, eight are always about patterns, are always about karmic cycles. I see patterns in my previous, how I've been in this relationship, my marriage, for the last 20 years. And I can see now, I can make that link between the wounding of the inner child and what occurred, and the betrayals, and what occurred when I was a young child. You've overcome that energy now. So you should be feeling, you go from the Page to the King, which is so fabulous. So even though we started with the Three of Swords and that mental energy, this could be part of your challenge. What we had with these cards, with all this, with this type of energy, it might have been for you overcoming those cycles, okay, and overcoming that. But wow, don't you do well at that, okay? So Leo, I hope that's been insightful for you. I hope that you've enjoyed that reading. I hope you found it comforting. As I said, I'm going to post your your Leo August love reading, your complete full love reading. It'll be a brand new reading. I'll post that. I think it's going to be about next Wednesday by the time I get to upload them all and download them all and that stuff. So if you haven't already, please subscribe for notifications, click the bell for notifications, and also, as I said earlier, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook for daily energy reads, for daily tarot reads. And I do a bit of, it's not strictly, it is tarot, I use tarot cards, but I do talk about different things like numerology. People ask questions about meditation, about compassion. I give advice about that type of thing on there. So it's actually quite, I love it, to be honest. I love doing it. It's work, but I love doing it. So obviously for those people that want to, you can just follow me, Key Wisdom Tarot, and that's the same on Instagram and Facebook, and the same actually if you want to order a personal reading as well, keywisdomtarot@gmail.com. So have a fabulous, what month are we in? July and August. And I'll see you all next week, Leo, for your August love reading. Have a fabulous birthday month, and I will see you all soon. Take care, Leo. Thanks. Bye.